What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into this video, I'd like to go ahead and ask you humbly if you could go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We're getting closer by the day. I'd appreciate you so much if you went ahead and click that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on if you felt like it. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And yeah, roll the intro. What is up, boys? Today we got the state of the Saints heading into week 15, previewing the Saints before our matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be a very, very interesting episode and week because after losing to the 3-8-1 Philadelphia Eagles, we have to play the 12-1 defending Super Bowl champions. Luckily for us, it's in the Superdome, but doesn't really matter as much when you only have 3,000 fans and you normally have about 76,000, so it's a little bit of a drop-off. But today isn't the preview of this game. We're not going to be talking about this game much. We're going to be talking about everything that has to do with these Saints leading into this matchup because it is the state of the Saints. And what better way to get into this than looking at Thursday's injury report? And I'm going to go ahead and hand this off to Dr. Noss because boy, oh boy, it's pretty extensive. Hey boys, Dr. Noss here. We have a bit of a problem. This injury report kind of sucks, but luckily it improved a ton from yesterday's injury report, but it still kind of sucks, and that's not something you want to see as a medicine expert like me. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Let's go and look at the did not practice players first because that's the most important. Those are the biggest hits to your team. We got Malcolm Brown, Nick Easton, which that sucks pretty bad. Nick Easton's a lot better than Andrus Peat in my opinion, so him not practicing is a little bit concerning. And then you have Michael Thomas, who didn't practice for the second straight day after battling the same high ankle sprain for literally 14 weeks now. 14 weeks he has been dealing with this high ankle sprain. Jesus Christ. I feel like if we would have just left him out for 3 or 4 more weeks instead of bringing him back that Tampa game, we wouldn't have this problem, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's the same injury as usual. I'm hoping he's just going through load management at practice because if he can't go versus the Kansas City Chiefs, we will have a huge problem because if Taysom Hill starts, that's his only target. He only looks at Michael Thomas 97% of the time and misses a bunch of wide open men. Maybe it'll force him to be a better quarterback, but either way, it's going to be a big loss not having Michael Thomas on that field, and I can promise you that one. Limited, we have Deontay Harris with a neck injury. This is good, but not promising. He has practiced limited the last 2 weeks in a row and hasn't played any of those past like 2 or 3 games. So we will just have to see. He was our only limited player. I don't know how serious this neck injury is, but because he's been sidelined for so long, I have to assume that it's at least somewhat alarming, and there's potential for it to get worse down the road. That is not a good look. We need Deontay Harris so bad in this game. He is our broke man's Tyreek Hill. Next, we got the full practice players, which we got Malcolm Roach. Ryan Ramczyk got upgraded to full, which thank God, because if Drew does manage to come back in this game, he's going to need good offensive line play. Marcus Glass Davenport is full practice for once in his life, and Andrus shitty booty ass Pete is actually full practice as well, so he will be ready to go for this matchup. Now here's the big thing that I wanted to show you guys today here in Dr. Noss's office. This is a live video footage of Drew Brees at practice today. I know. Isn't it fantastic? He isn't technically off of IR, but the fact that he's back and participating is huge for his status on Sunday. He looks very good in these clips. You wouldn't be able to tell if he's in pain, which is a really good sign. I'd say right now there's about a coin flip chance that he plays. We'll find out officially tomorrow most likely, and if not, the game's only 3 days away, so we'll know rather quickly. I'm hoping Drew Brees can come back against a powerhouse opponent like this because we need him the most in this situation, but if we do decide to rest him another week, I will not be upset, but our chances dwindle a lot in that scenario. Well, that concludes Dr. Noss's segment. I mean, it's not a crazy injury report. It's not something that, you know, is alarming, but it is there. There are a lot of players on it, so let's bring in Standings Noss now. What's up, boys? It's Standing Noss, aka Regular Noss. I need to make a little template for this one too. I got to make sure to do that for next episode. But today we got the standings, and man, oh man, is this depressing. So we're not the first seed anymore. We're actually the second seed. The standings look like this: Green Bay Packers at 10-3, Saints at 10-3 in the 2 seed, Rams at 9-4, Washington Football Team at 6-7, and the Seahawks at 9-4 as well. This sucks ass, and the only reason that the Packers are ahead of us is because they won that 1v1 matchup that we had back in week 3 when Taysom Hill yet again fumbled the game away. It sucks, but we laid a fat ass egg against Philly, and now we're no longer first seed, and in that scenario we kind of deserve to be the second seed. What sucks though is that if we do end up staying the second seed, we're going to be the second seed the 1 year that there is no bye week for the second seed. The 1 year the NFL got rid of that. Isn't that ridiculous? Like, what luck is that? The New Orleans Saints luck. That's exactly what that is. Let's move on to Bathroom Nos for Booty Butt Cheeks Players of the Week. What's up, boys? It is Bathroom Nos. I really like the insight that Standings Nos gave. I feel like if we would have just beat a team we were supposed to, we wouldn't be stuck in this predicament, but it is what it is. Things happen throughout the NFL season. Let's root for this team to shock the world. WHODAT baby. But with that out of the way, let's move on to Booty Butt Cheeks Players of the Week, which is the most negative segment we have. I hate this segment because if it happens, that means we lost, and then I have to talk shit about our own players, but they deserve it because they lost against the 3-8-1 Philadelphia Eagles. So let's go ahead and get into the first Booty Butt Cheek Player of the Week. And I'm telling you right now, there are so many players that could be in this slot. I'm just going to give some honorable mentions as well. But number 1, we got Will Lutz. I don't know what the hell is wrong with Will Lutz at this point, man. I don't know if it's a confidence thing or if that injury he sustained against the Atlanta Falcons after absolutely shanking a field goal was legit or not. But oh my God, he sucked on Sunday. He is 0-3 in field goal attempts in the last 2 games, missing 2 field goals against the Philadelphia Eagles when we lost by 3 points. Like, why? I don't get it. This has to be a slump because you don't go from the league's best kicker to literal hot ass overnight. It just does not happen. It doesn't. And sadly, that is the case that is happening with Will Lutz right now. Don't suck again, Will Lutz, please, because we would have won that game if your nuts didn't shrivel up and die. You're way too good of a kicker to be 0-3 over the past 2 games. You have been clutch for years. You have been great, nailing those nail-biting 57-yard field goals. Come on, bro. You are way better than this. I don't want to ever see you on this list ever again. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2, we got Andrus Peat. Just go ahead and look at this quick example. I want you to look at this play, examine it. Which one do you think is the one we paid $57 million? If you said anyone but the dumbass laying on the ground, sadly, you're mistaken. Let's analyze this play a little bit. Look at the primary receiver, Latavius Murray, right in front of Taysom Hill. It was a designed running back pass. We all knew what was going on, so did the offensive linemen. Look at the 3 offensive linemen doing their job already downfield. If Pete doesn't fall like an absolute baboon, that is a 20 to 30 yard gain because he already has lead blockers in front of him, probably even more. This is just one example, but I promise you, Andrus Peat has been doing that all game, and he's been doing it all season as well. He has sucked so bad. It hurts my soul knowing we extended him for like 5 years, $57 million. It sucks because this dude is trash. I would honestly feel more comfortable with Nick Easton in his position because Andrus Peat sucks balls. Let's move on, though. Andrus Peat is definitely a Booty Butt Cheeks Player of the Year candidate, and I do not say that lightly. Number 3, we got Taysom Hill. He had nice stats, but he missed 97% of his open reads and fumbles way too much. I know a lot of you guys that don't really watch film and are just going off the stat sheet and telling me he played good. No, he did not. Please go watch the film. I beg of you. I'm not going to waste any more time telling you guys why he's dookie because I've already done that. But Taysom Hill is the number 3 Booty Butt Cheeks Player of the Week in this recap. And that's it for this video, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave in the comments down below who you think your Booty Butt Cheek Player of the Week candidates are. And I'll see you boys in the next one. Zero gravity falling. Like I'm jumping on a trampoline.